Yo, this fly. Where you at? Pin it. My new mat location be the fly on the app.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. 14. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Shut down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Again, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
52. 35. I said 980.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And right away he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go, 15. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Yellow, yellow.
Smith on third down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Settle down, huh?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Gallman will run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. It's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 52. 35.
On first down, it's Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Settle down, huh? Set. Line 80.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
15, yeah.
Now it's Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Carlson able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
To throw again is Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Second and goal from the 1. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
12.
Smith on 1st down. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Watch 80.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
15. Let's go, 15. 12.
Third and long, it's Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Seahawks have recovered. He already had the one fumble loss, so now two fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Don't take forever, okay? 14, run it.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Alert. Zero.
On second down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
Shotgun. Big jumbo.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the fumble recovery, Smith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Wilson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Smith, well, he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Barkevius Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Steps away to his left. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That's it, baby. Ohio!
Throwing Hundley. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio!
Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey. Let's go! White, 90! White, 90! Flex round! Ohio!
They'll set up a throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, Look out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. The pitch goes to Penny. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard. Line.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Ohio! Ohio!
Now the backup, Boykin, his first throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here is Boykin. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Boykin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing here, Boykin on first. Out to the left here to Reed. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Penny, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. Dumps it off for Geis. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Boykin. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially
against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10, it's Boykin again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Boykin, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now Boykin on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Wilson wants to throw it. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Wilson. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to maneuver. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What?
To throw is Boykin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Cut.
Now it's Boykin. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ohio. Cut.
From midfield now, Boykin. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a total in a different flow.